Yo, what's poppin', GE gang? It's your boy Foosh Nigga. We back with another banger reaction video. You know we about to learn something today. Maybe something you knew, maybe something you didn't know. Maybe something I knew, maybe something I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know everything. I just keep it real and relatable. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna speak on either way it go. You know what I'm saying? So check this out, man. I got sent this video via DM link. Fooshnick_ENT. Make sure you go follow me over there. Send me a video link you want me to react to a video. That way we make sure every video hits the channel with something that you want to watch, I want to react to, and then we can sit in the corner Indian style and watch it together and while somebody react to that mug. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, check this out, man. I didn't know it was a problem with nursing. Somebody said, bro, we always do the videos of people getting mass layoffs, people quitting, people this and that, getting severance pays, but we never talked about nursing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was that big of a deal for us to talk about nursing, but we about to find out. My mom was a nurse for 10 years. She got sick of it, just stopped, hasn't renewed her license since, and it's been like 20 years. You feel me? So I didn't think nothing of it, but, you know, we about to find out if they got nursing PTSD or maybe people got into the field and it wasn't what they thought it was, cracked up to be. Maybe they couldn't handle the blood. Maybe too much mental anguish of seeing people go through things and the trauma. You're a human. You're gonna feel some emotions. You're going to go home, might have nightmares. I don't know. We're going to find out together, but make sure you head over to that reaction playlist. That's where you're going to find all 100 videos, just like this, real relatable. Make sure you tap in. After this video, go watch another one. I appreciate the support greatly. And at 25,000 subscribers, we'll be doing our next big giveaway. It's going to be major, so make sure you tap in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel like right now. It's fun over here. I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and tap in and see what's going on with this nursing though.
I just turned down $269,000 a year. Let's talk about it. Why would I turn down that much money? 3 really important reasons. Let's talk about them. Whenever you're looking at a job, you have got to look at that job offer. First red flag, I got a lot of pushback about what I needed in the contract. This wasn't anything different than the job posting, but when you are doing remote work and the place has actual locations, get it in writing how many days you're supposed to be in office and how many days you're going to be at home or teleworking. Number 2 is contract terms that are slid into the contract that were not discussed at any point in the hiring process. For this job, it was a time off discrepancy and it was really big. First, it was a W-2 position, which means I'm an employee, and I was given no paid time off. Number 3 is in part 2. It's already posted.
I quit my new grad nursing job.
Hold on. You're not going to skip over that. Like,
not a new grad anymore.
We're not going to skip over that. Like, she didn't just say she get a job offer $270,000 a year. Like, what? I thought that's what doctors was making. I don't think she said she was a doctor. I think this is about nurses, ain't it? $270 for the nurse type? I'm not going to bust over the head, though, because I don't know. I've never been a nurse. I don't know what it's like. But for me, I could not be in that type of field. I would feel some type of way if I seen kids come in, children, pregnant women on some real critical types. I couldn't handle it. I probably would quit the first day, probably half the day. You feel me? If I saw something like that. But obviously, she quit for a reason. At that amount of money, you know what I'm saying? It had to be something that just wasn't sitting right with her. You know what I'm saying? But $270 a year is major. But don't get in the comment section and bust over the head. I know we always say what we would do. I'm not, man, 270, I'm not. Me quit 270? Now, even if, this is what I would have did if I was in that position, right? I don't know exactly the intangibles, you know what I'm saying, the little shit in the, you know what I'm saying, fine print. But if I was offered 270 and I got offered no PTO for no days off, guess what I'm doing? I might just go hard for 2 years. I don't care. Take that 400,000 or 500,000, 270. Over 500,000, and get taxed whatever. I'm throwing everything in savings. I'm not buying nothing because this is gonna be my plan. If I don't want to stay here and I'm not gonna get no paid time off or nothing like that, I'm gonna already have my exit plan on the entry plan. If you catch my drift type, that's just what I would have did. I wouldn't have just left the job. I don't know how long she stayed there, but I'm just throwing out my little scenario. My bad. Let's get back to the video though.
Anymore, I still do consider myself one. So I am a psych nurse, and I've been at the facility that I quit at ever since I got licensed. It was my first job ever, and the things that I've seen, ooh, child. But for the time that I've been there, I've seen so many people come and go, people get fired. upper management quit, stuff like that. So many times it's kind of astonishing. I've also seen staffing go to hell and unit acuity increase like crazy, and it just wasn't a place where I wanted to be full time. So spoiler alert, I am there per diem. I just couldn't do it full time. While I'm still young, I have the option to basically explore my options and not settle until I really find a place and organization where I feel so comfortable enough to grow at. I actually really love my coworkers. Some people, they don't bang with their coworkers and they feel like everything is overwhelming. I felt like my coworkers made it so much more bearable, and just made it like a great place to work at, for what we were working with. But please do not stay in no place longer than you have to. Honestly, explore your options because there's always something better for you out there and you'll be surprised at what you see. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people at that job were there for so long because their coworkers had their back. But I just couldn't do it anymore. Like coming into work and not knowing if there was going to be a fist fight, if your supervisor would mandate you or breathe down your back, if someone would be eloping, if someone was gonna get fired. Like it was always something, and yeah, that was interesting, but it wasn't something I wanted to be at for too long.
I just think it's a wrap for travel nursing, at least for the time being.
Hold
Obviously,
I heard travel nurses making a lot of money, by the way. But like she was saying, the psych. Could you be a psych nurse? Like basically a mental health nurse, you know what I'm saying? Working the psychiatric wards, you know what I'm saying, for the mental patients. That I personally couldn't do it because one thing is scary is your brain, right? If your brain goes, it's all over with. And so me working with those type of people and seeing where the mind can go, like just totally being out of it and just hearing voices and all that would scare the living out of me. I couldn't do it. That again would give me nightmares. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm being, you know what I'm saying? I could watch Freddy Krueger and Jason growing up as a kid in the movie, totally fine. Jason, Freddy Krueger, mental patient in real life, not so fine. That's got to be a crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? Because how do you go home to that and de-escalate from that with your family when you know what I'm saying? You see somebody's brain mentally and physically deteriorate and they can't even help it. That's a different situation. Listen, all nurses are needed. Psychiatric, travel nurses, bedside nurses, y'all all need it. Trust and believe we love you guys, man. Stay in the game, man. We need y'all tight. You know what I'm saying?
travel and agency nursing was booming during COVID, and it was still booming from 2021 to about 2023. 2024, however, is definitely when I have started to see big decline. Contract rates have gone down. Contracts that used to be worth up to $6,000 a week, $4 or $5,000 a week, are now down to about $2,000 a week, $1,900 or $1,800 if you're lucky. Per diem rates are also down. Cost of living has only gotten higher in 2024, and you cannot expect travel nurses to accept these crappy contract rates and these crappy per diem rates and still want to do it, especially when staff nurse positions are finally starting to match travel pay or close to it. I just got hired again as a staff nurse, and the facility matched my agency pay. So now as a staff nurse, I will have consistent hours. I won't have to fear about a contract being canceled or any per diem shifts being canceled. I don't have to worry about benefits, but I could qualify for benefits now. I think a lot of longtime travel nurses such as myself are now starting to realize that if these staff nurse positions are going to match our agency pay, what's the point of doing agency anymore?
Okay, y'all, so I'm just going to have to be the one to say this. I know other people are saying it, but I'm going to say it again, okay? Nursing is the most toxic job to ever exist. There is no other job, and I want to stand on it, that is more toxic than freaking nursing, okay? You are a bad nurse if you want to take a break. You are a bad nurse if you want to eat. You are a bad nurse if you want to...
Hold. Bro. I was going to let the video ride. I'm not even going to lie to you because I'm like, nah, I'm tripping. No, I'm being very serious. There's no BS. I couldn't tell if that was a man or a woman. Sounds like a man though. But can somebody drop in the comment section? Is this a really like dolled up man? You know, because there's a lot of men in the nursing field, and not all men in the nursing field are gay. I know that for a fact. But somebody, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if I'm tripping. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just really asking because it kind of threw me off because I can see y'all just drop in the comment section because I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm really just generally asking the question because it kind of threw me off. I'm looking at all these women nurses, and then I hear the voice, and then I see the face, and something seems off a little bit. But, drop a comment section, let me know.
Even breathe at this point. They are reporting our licenses. They are telling us basically, accept this assignment, or if you don't, I'm going to report you, basically. Like, it is ridiculous at this point. And it'd be so funny because they'd be like, don't accept the assignment if it's unsafe. Then who's going to do the job? If I don't do it, guess what? Who's going to do the job? Nobody's coming. So I'm a bad nurse because I decided to be the one.
I am a nurse coordinator here in the Bay Area, and I just put in my 2-month notice yesterday. And no, I don't have any job lined up right now. 2 main reasons why I'm quitting this job, this soft nursing job, is one, it's just too soft for me. I'm just not meant to sit in front of a computer for 10 hours straight. Like, I need to walk around, I need to get my steps in. I miss that. And I actually miss the interactions that I have with my patients, because with this job, the only interactions that I get with my patients are through the phone by calling them or messaging them through My Health. But other than that, I don't get to take care of them directly. Like, I'm not front facing whatsoever. Two, which is the biggest reason why I'm leaving this job, is because it's just affecting my work-life balance a lot. I work 4 days a week, and one of those days I can work remotely, but even then, it's just I can't really take a lot of days off to travel. It's not like inpatient where I can actually put all my shifts together, doing 6 days in a row and having 8 days off. If I want to take longer stretches off, I have to ask for PTO, and I don't like that. And then when I take days off, another nurse coordinator has to take on my task on top of theirs, and I just feel bad. We don't have float nurses to cover us when we're off. Like, we just have to cover each other, and we already have so much to do on our own. Yeah, I just miss the flexibility of my schedule as a bedside nurse, because I was able to just put my shifts together and then take 8 days off without having to ask for PTO to travel. Truly nothing against the people that I work with. In fact, these are the most wholesome people that I've ever worked with. Doctors I work with are so amazing. Like, they're the type of doctors that you would want for yourself. I came to work today, I just felt so guilty. I didn't want to see anybody's faces. My PA today, he was like, I'm so sorry that we weren't able to support you through this role. As if it was their fault, which it wasn't. It's not their fault whatsoever. And then both of my doctors are actually out of town this week, and so they just replied to my email, and one of them was like, I'm so sorry that it didn't work out, but you can always use me as a reference. And then my other doctor was so sad, and she was like, hey, I totally understand, but do you want to talk about it more like next week when I come back to see if there's anything I can help you with? It was such a hard decision to make, because they are just literally the nicest people ever. It would have been so much easier if they were mean, they were rude, and they were not fun to work with, but they are. Yeah, I'm interviewing, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll be unemployed for a couple of months. I don't know.
Get ready with me to go and work.
Look at that. Hold on. I told you we was going to learn some stuff in here. Like, I've never heard the term, and that's because I'm not in the field. Let me know if you guys have heard about it, but I never heard the term soft nursing. That's something new to me. Is that like only like the way she described it, where she was only on a computer all day long and like Zoom calls? I don't know. Somebody break it down to me if you know what a soft nursing is, what entails in that position. You know what I'm saying?
A shift as a nurse. So I just don't like this job at all. This is now my 4th year working as a nurse, and I still don't like it. And I'm trying not to be negative at all, but it's just genuinely how I feel. And I've tried so many things, but I think at the end of the day, when you know something's not for you, you just have to trust that gut instinct.
4 years later, though. I
actually made the big decision to go back to university to study something that I genuinely have passion for. I don't know about you guys, but when I went into my nursing degree, I just felt so much pressure to go to university and study. So I was like, all right, I'll be a nurse. Little did I know what actually being a nurse meant. Anyway, I'm studying marketing.
What is she doing? Like she going to a beauty, like she get ready for a beauty pageant. How do you get stuck going to school, to college to be a nurse, and it's something that you didn't want to do? Like, how is that even possible? You went all the way through that program to be a nurse, and it's something you really didn't want to do, and then you do it for 4 years, but you're telling people don't get stuck doing something you really don't want to do, but you just sat up there and said you did it for 4 years, baby. Make it make sense. Now you're about to go to school, and now you're about to say you're about to do something that you're really passionate about. So now you're about to go get another degree. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I think you need to go ahead and just try the beauty field or something, because what you doing all of this? I hit my hat up. You doing all of this misting and shit.
Communications, because I want to eventually get into like social media content creation for companies or like public relations. And like I just love social media so much that when I do go and work as a nurse, I'm like, oh my God, like much prefer social media and like the media world. Anyway, wish me luck. Like I'm
Yeah, we're gonna skip right past her, because I'm saying she needs to go into the beauty field, and she's a nurse, and she's talking about she wants to get into social media. I told you. I saw it. It might not have been a pageant, but she wanted to get into social media and just do beauty tips or look pretty on social media. She don't want to take care of the peoples. Lady, you don't want to take care of the peoples? You didn't know what being a nurse entailed, you said? Stop the bleeding. Call a doctor. Put a Band-Aid on something. Stick a needle in something. You didn't know what nursing entailed. I don't think you got to be a nurse to know what nursing entails. I can tell you what I think nurses should be doing under what doctors do. Let's go ahead and get to the next person.
I would rather crash my car than go back to work in the ICU. That was the most miserable job I've ever had in my entire life. Before the ICU, I had no mental illness. Now, I got depression. I got anxiety. I should see a therapist. I should probably be on medication, but here we are. You would think that seeing people literally die in a traumatic fashion, that would scar you. Turns out, it's just your shitty coworkers. I've told this before, but like one coworker would only call me Jackie Chan. I wish I was Jackie Chan. And then what other coworkers said that I belong doing kung fu in a dojo than being a nurse. I don't know where this comes from, and I would fantasize about crashing my car every day on the way to work because I would rather drive my car into a tree than go back to work. But I work in the ICU, so if I crash my car, I will just end up back at work. So I was just stuck.
I used to be an ICU nurse.
Oh my God. Hey, that boy funny. That boy funny. He said, I don't want to be at the job, but if I go crash my car, I'll be back at my job because the ambulance come get me because my car crashed and I'm hurting, so I had to go back to the hospital. That boy funny. He really don't like his job. He said, listen, he got nursing PTSD for sure. Working in the ICU unit, like you said, now he got mental health issues. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. I will have those same issues, and I know that. And I don't want my brain to deteriorate. I don't want dementia. I don't want no mental health problems. I don't want none of that. So what we're hearing is people are quitting because of pay. People are quitting because they're given too many responsibilities, probably some of the responsibilities that should not be on their job duties. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a good amount of reasons why people are quitting. Not all are same. Some people feel like they don't have an outside life. They can't travel. They can't do what they want to do, depending on what they do. A travel nurse, bedside nurse, soft nurse. I don't know this type of going down in the nursing field or in the healthcare system, to be honest with you. Jeez.
And this is why I quit. So let's start from the beginning. I went to OU and got my nursing degree there. I have my bachelor's of science in nursing. Straight out of college, I started working in the medical ICU at OU Medical Center. And yeah, I worked there for 2 years until I met my husband. We got engaged and I moved with him. I'm just going to start out by saying, being a new grad nurse, going straight into the ICU, I think taught me a lot, but also kind of ruined it for me because ICU, as you know, is the worst of the worst. The sickest patients, the ones who are basically about to die and you're trying to stop it. So that's really hard as a 21, 22-year-old to see all of that. It's a lot of death and it's a lot of like playing God is what it kind of is. I mean,
no, she got valid reasons why she quit. I ain't gonna lie. As a 20, 21-year-old in the worst of the worst, trying to play God, but essentially she called it how it is. Basically trying to play God and save people from dying in some of the worst situations. You know what I'm saying? So she got a valid reason for quitting at 20, 21 years old. But luckily she met her husband. I'm pretty sure he's probably in the, I don't know. I thought she was saying he was in the medical field or something like that. But either way, she'll be good until she finds her next situation because she has a husband now and his main duty is to make sure she's okay. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, 2021 in the ICU field though? Yikes.
Most of your patients are on life support, so the only reason they're breathing or their heart is beating is because of you. So
yeah. Woo.
After I moved, I worked at another hospital for about 6 months before I left and took a year off. I just felt like I was losing who I was, and I had horrible anxiety before every single shift because I always got the hardest patients. I saw a lot of death, and I just felt like my emotions were just all over the place and also not there at all. It was really weird.
I quit clinical nursing in 2017, and here's why. First of all, the bullies. When it comes to nursing, I don't know if people are miserable. I am not sure what it is, but I was bullied, and a lot of other nurses, especially Black nurses, were bullied severely in nursing. They would give us the worst assignments. If the other nurses were in charge, I was getting terrible assignments, especially if I had the nerve to speak up against anything that was going on. Suddenly I would be placed with, those doctors that nobody liked or, the most difficult patients. And I would somehow always have the most difficult patients. It was way out of pocket, and I was just sick and tired of dealing with all of these crazy people who really are just miserable themselves and are bringing that misery into the workplace. When you work clinically, it seems like there's only a limited number of directions that you can advance and expand your knowledge. You could be, a clinical subject matter expert. There's a couple other things, or you could go into operations or become a nurse manager. But those roles are few and far between, and there wasn't that limitless potential that I was really looking for when I first went into nursing. And the third reason is personal. When I was in high school, I really always saw myself interested in business. I saw myself getting a business degree, starting a business potentially, understanding finance. I was really always into finance, and nursing was just not really giving that to me, at least not the clinical side. And then work-life balance. When you are a clinical nurse, it was better in primary care, but if you work bedside, there's no work-life balance. You're working crazy hours. You don't get to go to holidays with your family. I remember my family, they were going to I think it was $5 Tuesdays at the movie theater, and I had to work Tuesday nights. So I was never able to go. And that was really upsetting to me that I just couldn't control my own life outside of working hours because I was working clinically as a nurse, and I really wanted that work-life balance.
I sort of always knew this day was coming.
Listen, we're going to end the video on this note. Check this out. So you see how everyone's different, right? So the one nurse said she didn't have no work-life balance when she was a soft nurse, doing the computer and calling the people. But she had a better work-life balance when she was a bedside nurse. This lady just said that she's a bedside nurse and she had no work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it all depends on what hospital you're at, what region you're at, what state you're in. Because, like I said, two different people, two different scenarios. One has a work-life balance with bedside nursing. The other one said she had none with bedside nursing. That's crazy to hear. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because a couple of these people said they got into nursing and it really wasn't their thing. So I'm assuming that they got into nursing just because they like, you know what? One thing I know for sure, the healthcare system's not going nowhere. People are always going to be hurt. People are always going to be in the hospitals. That's a guaranteed job. I'm gonna have job security. That had to be what they were thinking to get into a field that they really didn't want to be in. Because the one lady said she wanted to do finance, this and the other. The other lady said she wanted to do social media. You know what I'm saying? Tap down in the comment section. Let me know what you think the reasons that some people go into the nursing field. Because the people that go into the nursing field are the people that you hear talk about. I feel like it's my life's mission to help people. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are the people that go in there and stay in there and obviously don't have a problem with the trauma, this and that, because they feel like this is what I was put on this earth to do, was to take care of people and be that type of person. You know what I mean? And some people get thrown into it because they like, shit, I can go travel nurses make this amount of money. If I go this and I move around or I get another degree, I'll go a step up from being LPN to a nurse. You know what I mean? $5,000 a month. I mean, $5,000 a week being a travel nurse. That's, you know what I'm saying? Do the math. That's $10,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Did I say $10,000 a month? $25,000 a month. If she's saying 5,000, I mean, bro, get your math together, sir. What are you doing? $20,000 a month. $20,000 being a travel nurse. I think anybody would look at that and be like, I can do that. And then put no thought into it. They just see the dollar signs. $20,000 a month, $5,000 a week. Yeah, I can do that. Until they don't have no work-life balance. Until they really see what the trauma does to your brain and how it mentally drains you. You know what I'm saying? Then you're working with people that are bullies, or you're working with doctors you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Difficult patients, whatever. It all plays a role. Like, going into work stressed every day, or going into work with high anxiety, like the one lady said, she went into work every day and had high anxiety. Nobody's gonna go, man. You eventually gonna quit for sure. You just trying to get you another paycheck for however long you can do it until you just mentally like, I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? So we saw all type of different scenarios. Yeah, that's crazy. I just couldn't do it at all. Some of these people took a chance, and a lot of people were quitting. But we need the nurses, we need the doctors, we need the healthcare. I mean the mental patient nurses, psych nurses, what they call them. We need all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take care of it. So shout out to you guys. I don't know. This is crazy. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. If you know you got family, but a lot of people have family members that are nurses. I know, like I said, I have my mom, and I have a cousin right now that she's a flight attendant and a nurse. She went real crazy. She's an actual nurse. She's not an LPN. She's a nurse and a flight attendant. So she's always, and for some reason, she's always leaving. You know, when you're a flight attendant, you get flight benefits. So your tickets, you get free tickets. Even though it's not first class or nothing like that, you get what is it called? I don't know. If there's a lot of empty seats on the flight, you get to get on there without having to pay and stuff like that. You're not gonna get the best seats, but you're gonna get to fly for free. So she has a really good job. She bought a house. I mean, I don't hear her complaining about it, but like I said, to each their own. Some people can do it just for the money and overlook everything else, because in this economy, people quitting jobs. In this economy, kind of, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. But some people are pushing through it like, man, listen, when the economy gets better and I don't want to be here, maybe I'll just go ahead and quit. But right now I can't afford to quit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's crazy. But just like the mass layoffs, jobs are volatile. Whether you want to be there, whether you get laid off or whether you get fired, it's all happening. I definitely don't want to go crazy in the healthcare system, because we really need you guys. Like, people got kids, people pregnant, ICU, people getting in accidents. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take care of them. So shout out to you guys. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like right now, we turn it up. Make sure you hit that, click that notification bell, hit all so you get notified every time I post a video, and I post a video I'm lying. If not every day, every other day. I try to be consistent every day, but like I said, I'm running 2 channels, and on top of that, I work 13 hours a day, and on top of that, I got a family, and you know what I'm saying? Now I got a son that's about to drive, so I got to start teaching him how to drive. On top of that, I do side hustles, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing no complaining, no, I'm just getting to it. Like I said, this crazy economy, you got to do what you got to do, so that's what I'm doing. And, yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you keep sending me those video links to Fushnik_ENT on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. 25K, we going up with the giveaway. So make sure you tell a friend, subscribe to the channel, send them the link to my video so they can subscribe to the channel. That way, when we hit that 25,000, they'll be entered to win on this. I'm telling you, the giveaway going to go crazy, man, because the merch is fire. And I think we will be giving away a pair of shoes, just to let you know. Yeah, other than that, it's your boy Fushnik. Make sure you tap into the first pinned comment below to go follow me on my other reaction channel, Police Dashcam videos. It goes crazy over there. It's something wild. If you're interested in that, make sure you tap in. Or if you just want to show love and support, make sure you tap into that. Other than that, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. It's your boy Fushnik, man. Stay down until we come up. I'm rock with y'all till the wheels fall off this. Gone.